People around the United States are concerned with their children's well-being and safety after the mass shooting that occurred at the Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. The Burlington Police Department works with the Burlington school system to ensure that students and their teachers know how to stay safe and follow protocols in case of any incident like this one takes place.
So we work very closely with the schools on our safety protocol. We've actually proposed safety programs with them, and they have full conversations with us on what they think is best with the schools, and they consider us to be the experts as far as safety. So we have 2 school resource officers in the schools, full-time. We have 1 part-time, and we're in constant communication with them over any issues in town or also nationally, and any way that we can better our safety programs.
Burlington Police have worked to have faster response times to the various schools.
I would say at the most a couple minutes. We kind of have our offices throughout the day nearby the schools. We have them closed for emergency response. Obviously that's not something that we can guarantee, but any calls at our schools, we would be there very quickly.
After the 1999 mass shooting at Columbine High School in Colorado, police protocols were changed to allow officers to quickly engage with a shooter or shooters.
Columbine was a unique situation that had never happened before. What the protocol was at that time was to go to a active shooter threat, be it a school or any other building, wait for specialized SWAT teams to show up. So the regular officers would kind of respond, secure the area, nobody in and out, and wait for SWAT. We found out in Columbine that worked horribly wrong, that people were being injured and killed while police were there trying to organize a special weapons and tactics response. So from that point on, worldwide as well, obviously nationally, law enforcement theories and methods changed, and now we've included initial officer response, so we don't wait for additional officers. Here in Burlington, we would respond with a 1-man response if that's the only person available, and other people would show up, or we respond with 2 or 3 officers. But the point is to get inside a building to stop and contain that threat, and even just by doing that, you're actually protecting anybody else in that building.
There is a new protocol that police departments encourage school systems should use, which is the Standard Response Protocol.
We have a program, it's called the Standard Response Protocol. It's from the I Love You Guys Foundation. We've researched that quite a bit, and we found out that we think in Burlington that's the best safety program for us to use. And that's got 4 methods that the teachers and staff are supposed to use in any type of a crisis that they have in the schools, and that's a lockdown, a lockout, shelter in place, and also evacuate. We like the Standard Response Protocol because that covers an all hazards type of threats. So no matter what, the teachers and staff can look at these posters we have and flyers throughout the building and know exactly what they're supposed to do. If they're part-timers, if they're in a different classroom, whatever, they know exactly what they're supposed to do. And between those 4 protocols, we think that that our students and staff would be the safest, and they'll be well prepared if anything happens.
The police department is always looking further to keep our schools safe.
We have a program, it's the walk and talk program, what is referred to in our day shift, where every day shift our officers who are actually patrolling that sector get out at the schools, park their cars in front, walk in, speak with the staff, speak with the students. We do this for a number of reasons. First of all, we want anybody driving by to see a marked cruiser there at various times during the day. We also want our officers to go in, speak with the staff, become friendly with them as well as the students. We also want our officers to learn the layouts of these buildings so that if anything does happen, they know immediately what rooms and what parts of the building they should respond to.
Finally, if you see something, say something.
With all these threats going on throughout the country and these horrible shootings, obviously that has to do with firearms, that has to do with mental health. All we can do here in Burlington is do the best programs that we can have. The Burlington Police is very well prepared for something to happen. We're very well trained. We know we have to get there quickly. We know what we have to do inside the buildings. The Burlington School Department and their staff, they're very well trained as well. They know what we have to do. We have to keep communication open between the two of us, and we're always changing protocols. Whatever we need to do, if something new comes up, if we think we have to change, we sit down with them. We have meetings with them quite often. And like I say, the school resource officers are in there to get the latest intel, latest problems from them, and we can change our policies. All we have control of really is our response and our training to make sure that this does not happen in Burlington.
If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Detective Sergeant Tim McDonough at 781-505-4943 or send him an email at tmcdonough@bpd.org. From the Burlington Police Department, I'm Robert Paris for B News Weekly.